Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy, the first one of 2023. Look at that, Leo. Does that mean if my channel's coming in like a lion, is it going out like a lamb? Maybe at the end of the year? But here we are, Leo. So we're going to get into it, my friends. I want to see you and see you deeply. And I'm going to use the L key deck to do that, as well as the Tarot of Positive Clarity. I'm just laughing because I'm sorry if it sounds kind of echoey, and maybe it does, but I'm in my little dining room area here, and I needed like a change of scenery. So Lily thinks I'm going to eat, so she's been like pestering me, so she's peeking at me in the doorway there. I told her she should lay down. So anyways, we're going to use the Tarot of Positive Clarity and the teeny tiny Everyday Witch deck for you, Leo. Let's get started in 2023 for Leo. I'm going to see who you are, the mask you're hiding behind, or the impression that people kind of have when they meet you, see you, understand you, or they think they do. Why you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and outcomes should you follow the advice. So let's see. Pussycat Nation, Pussycat Nation. Who you really are, Leo. You unfold, swathed, embraced, and self-care. You're looking after yourself right now. Oh, I actually got two things that are coming in immediately with this. So hopefully you are looking after yourself. I'm getting I'm seeing somebody who's like got like a bug, a virus of some sort. So you're looking after yourself. I'm also picking up someone else here who's eaten something that does not agree with them. Kind of like a little bit of, I guess like a food poisoning. So I'm picking that up. So that's like a very obvious energy, but you are in a self-care. You're embracing, you're looking after you. But because of that, it does feel like there's a reason for it though. So there's a reason, and maybe you're recovering from the holidays. Maybe you're recovering from, like maybe you're taking a bit of a break right now. Maybe you're on a bit of a holiday, but you're looking after you. So what is the mask you hide behind? Like what do people more or less perceive here? That you're thriving, flourishing, prospering, and blossoming. That's interesting. You know, okay, I'm going to say this too. If you do have a bit of time here to look after yourself, you might be more, the way this is for you is that there's something that you need to do for you. So you're spending the time to do that. And whether that is like an actual ailment or just like emotional or mental or physical exhaustion, and you're dealing with that and looking after it. I kind of feel like this energy over here, like flourishing, prosper, and blossom, like that's what people see, is that people who maybe don't get this time, who aren't getting this time to look after themselves. So they kind of think that, wow, look at that. Aren't they lucky? They get all that time to themselves. They get the time off. Yeah, they're sick, but they get to sit and watch Netflix. I don't know. It's really funny. It's funny because too, when I started this, let me really see you readings, what day is it? I guess earlier in the week, and it was last year. There was kind of a bit of an opposite pulling out here, you know, of what was going on with you and what people were seeing or perceiving. And your opposite's huge. Like yours is really, really huge. This is somebody who I do feel like could maybe not be feeling their best, but everyone else thinks, man, you are just like coming into your own. Maybe you look really good right now too, because she's got her makeup on. Maybe you're also like, you could even be, you may not even be staying at home. Like maybe you aren't sick, but maybe you're emotionally or physically or mentally exhausted here, but you still know how to dress it up and you still look really good. You walk out the door and people think, man, Leo's got it going on. Look at them. But no, there's something here. Who you are right now is, I feel like too, there's a bit of fragility with that. Like, you know, when you're looking after yourself, you have to be careful and gentle with yourself too. So you got them all fooled, Leo. So why do you hide your true self here? She who resists, fearless, justified, and resistant. Oh, that's interesting. It's almost like it's protective. It's protective. It's a very protective stance. So when you walk out the door, nobody sees the fragility. Nobody sees that there's a fragile part to you. You just look amazing. And I want to say, like, it can be hard to pull off looking amazing unless, like, if you've got some really heavy issues going on. Like, there's usually some people that can still pick it up. They can still see through it. Some people are really masters of shifting their energy and disguising personal issues that could be going on. But I feel like that because you're doing self-care, it's almost like you're more involved with what's going on internally. And it's funny because that's really probably the most important part to be involved in when you're looking after yourself, is what's going on inside. Like, how are you meeting that? How are you addressing it? And how are you looking after it? And then if you are, it starts to kind of show on the outside. So I feel like people are picking that up, but I feel like you're still so focused on what's going on internally, you're not even maybe even seeing that people are like, wow, you're really starting to radiate. You look really good. But it's protective because, you know, there's still some stuff inside that you're working on. And maybe you don't want to talk to anybody about it. Too, I get that, like just putting something on, like this blossoming. Because she got the dagger. She who resists. This is why you try to hide your truth. You could even be resisting your own, sort of like a new beginning for yourself here. You could be resistant towards that or apprehensive. And maybe because internally not feeling 100% ready for it, but externally people are like, yeah, you're ready. You got it going on. You got it going on, Leo. That's how it looks. How this affects your relationships. She who questions, curiosity, destiny, and search. Well, I think you're questioning your relationships, to be honest. I think you're questioning a lot about your relationships. I think you're looking inside yourself. And because you're doing that so effectively, because you're blossoming, it's just like, it's almost like when you nurture the inside, the outside starts to become shiny. It's like you apply the wax internally and it starts to shine externally, but you're the one who's focused on the inside work here. So I feel like you're looking within yourself so much, finding parts about you and being resistant perhaps too with maybe diving into brand new relationships or investing into relationships that you're already cautious about. You're questioning. Your relationships, you are questioning them. You're curious about perhaps what some new relationships could be for you with destiny and curiosity. Yeah, I really see you questioning all of this. The advice for you: she who avenges, revenge, outcomes, and justice. Always with this card I get like living your best life is the best revenge. Well, any avenge or revenge card should be. Avenge your life here. I'm looking forward to pulling out the tarot on this because there's two ways that this could go. I mean, whatever you're doing internally here is starting to really reflect on the outside of you. But yet you're resistant. You are resistant because you're not feeling like 100% healed or ready to go maybe. But this avenge your life, I want to say in some ways is not to forget to live. Like not to forget to be a participant in your own life. And so what is the outcome if you follow the advice? She who emerges, enlightenment, mindfulness, and rising up. That's really beautiful. Yeah, don't forget to participate, to be the participant in your own life. Now, you know, when we talk about healing, one of the easiest, especially internal, you know, deeper work, spiritual work, questions about yourself, questions about what you've been doing up to this point in your life, how that's showing up for you, what parts is that you like or don't like, what's in alignment with you, what isn't, what used to be and what's changing, like all of these things that, we go through. Oh, where was I going? I lost that one. No, it's good. Enlightened mindfulness, rising up. Oh, yes. Okay. So when we're doing all that, it reminds me too, like an easy way to compare that most of us can relate to, it's very practical, is if you've hurt yourself, you know, like let's say you've broken a bone or you've pulled or strained a tendon or something like that, and it's been wrapped up and it's been healing, and it's still delicate, it's still sensitive, even once the doctor says, yeah, okay, you know what, the tendon is knitted together again, the bones are healed, you just got to take that off. Take it easy, but you got to start using it. And it's almost as if, yeah, you've taken it off and people are like, wow, that looks really good. Leo, it looks great, like it's totally healed. But yeah, it looks good, but you know what it feels like on the inside? It still hurts. Because it still hurts, because it's almost like all of that new like tissue and cells that have grown to heal, well, now they need to be strengthened. So that's what I'm getting here. There's something here about, you know, avenge your life here. Don't forget to be the participant, because then you'll rise up. You've got to use that limb that was once broken and strengthen the muscles around it now. The bottom. She who rises up. Get out. And that was the last phrase in this, she who emerges. Wow, damn. Well, welcome. Welcome to the party, Leo. So why we're here, empowering, uplift, and elevate. Rise up. It's the only one in the underline. Rise up, rise up. What is that song? That is the, oh, I love that song. Culture Club, right? Is that it? No, yeah. That's a Canadian band. You may not know that, but I'll tell you, you'll like the song. Rise Up. Yeah, by the Culture Club. That's your song. Maybe that's your 2023 song, Leo. Rise up, rise up. All right, so add tarot to that. I'll have to make up with Lily later. She's mad at me. Maybe what I need to do is drag her dog bed in here when I'm doing readings in here. All right, who you really are. I'm asking who you really are. You're the Six of Pentacles. You got a lot to give. You actually have a lot to give. Oh, hello, Mr. Squirrel. There's one of those giant squirrels. He was so close to the window. You actually have a lot to give here. You've been cashing in on yourself too, I want to say. Like investing in yourself here. You've been investing in yourself. And I want to say, when I say you have a lot to give, I don't mean it is like go out and let everyone deplete you. It is like you have a lot to give to life, like to your life, as you explore it, as you work through it, you move through it. That broken limb is ready to give you benefits of having it, right? As opposed to it feeling like a detriment, holding me back, can't do this. Now it wants to participate. All right, the mask you're hiding behind. She who thrives, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Well, you look like you got something that's perfect. You look like you've got, okay, this is somebody who we're coming off the holidays, so I just got to put it out there. This could be somebody who had a lot of family coming over for the holidays. Your hair and your makeup look great. If you're a guy, you shaved, your hair still, you're Leo, so your hair looks good. It's like, yeah, but inside, you need to look after yourself. You're trying to look after yourself. But on the outside, it's like, wow, you've got the perfect family. You've got the perfect situation. Your home looks wonderful. You're looking wonderful. If it's like work, you're showing up to work and you look like you dress to impress. I think too, Leo is one of those, it is. Leo's, there's that natural ability. We've got the sun within you, the energy of the sun within you. So even if you're having a bad day, there's still something about you that glows. Some people are like, wow. And I just feel like there's a natural ownership of situations for Leo. The ones that I've known anyway. So I'm going off of that. And just the energy of it. you know, a natural ownership of situations. So people are just like, they readily accept whatever it is that you were showing them. I would also say that they readily accept whatever it is you were showing them. So the mask you're hiding behind is that you are flourishing. Everything is perfect and wonderful. You have the perfect family. You have the perfect work environment. But honestly, you are trying to look after yourself. You're trying to survive here. You are trying to strike a physical balance in your life. Why you hide yourself? Like a dagger. And it's the protective, right? You're hiding the protective. Because maybe if people could see that there was something there was something that was healing. Maybe there's people in your environment or your world that would, you know, use that to their advantage a little bit. Oh, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you? You know, same yourself to Leo. Oh, that explains, you know, your rice pudding wasn't quite as good as it usually is. You know, people might come at you. So, but that's why, because I feel like you could strike out. I feel a little bit, you know what I'm seeing from the Wild Unknown Oracle deck is the Scorpion card. Scorpion, yeah, not Scorpio. The Scorpion card, which is, to me, it's the mom who's been like doing it all. The mom or the dad doing it all. I'm sorry, guys, I shouldn't have just said that. The mom or the dad that's been doing it all. And, you know, there's been complaints in the past that you don't put enough salt in the food. So you've worked on that. Everybody seems to be pretty happy with it. You've just done like 10 loads of laundry. You've cleaned the house. You've cleaned up the dog's barf, whatever it is. And then you sit down to eat. Somebody says, can you pass me the salt, please? The salt. And then that's where you just go at it. Like you just strike. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. So I think you're trying to prevent that from happening. You're trying to put something on so that nobody sees what's going on inside, because you really would probably just strike out. Oh yeah, so what's the card that goes with that? Oh my God! You have the Justice card. Holy shit, if you struck out right now, you might kill people. Jeez. Justified. I love that you've got justified and justice in the same, like, why you hide your true self. You will not expose all parts of yourself until some sort of balance has come into your life here. Some sort of justice has been met. I think too, in the right circumstances, you would find yourself to be quite fearless, quite ferocious, quite resistant to anyone picking at some final scab that you're working on here. And you're doing your darndest to not give anyone an indication that the scab is there to let them go at it, because they would not. The results of anyone perhaps taking advantage of a sensitive area within you right now would not be good for them. So in some ways, you're looking out for others. How this affects your relationships? You're questioning them. The devil. Nobody puts Leo in a box. Nobody puts Leo in a box. But maybe finding yourself in a box somehow. The devil. Questioning the devil. Questioning toxic relationships. Questioning manipulation. Questioning overindulgence. You might even be questioning, certain people that you spend time with, and then noticing that it triggers you into utilizing some sort of a crutch here. Maybe it's drinking a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit more in the box of chocolates. Like that is something, or just, I'm not getting out of bed this morning. I'm going to stay in bed. There's something here, like, y'all had an interesting holiday. Oh, Lordy. I want to say, though, you're pulling it off like nobody's business. Yeah. The devil. You're really questioning Like what's healthy and what's not. Advice for you. Avenge. Oh, Queen of Wands, look your best. You just actually really kind of like keep doing it. Because that is this, right? Flourish Blah. It's beautiful. She's got her makeup on. She's looking hot. Fire sign it, honey. Fire sign it. Come out, look your best. Look radiant, dynamic. Take your pose. Own it. Take a bow, bitch. Take a bow. I'll say that too. I feel like you all have really like taken one for your family, your colleagues. I don't know what it is. And I also feel like you're probably saving a lot of them from being like struck down with the strongest words that could come out of anybody's mouth by not letting them see that you have a vulnerability. Because it feels like some of them, right, you're questioning the devil. You know that some of them would go right at this. They would target this weakness in you as opposed to being supportive. Take a bow. Take it. That's the advice for you. You take a bow. You looking good. And I love even behind her, there's a big picture of a lion. How brilliant is that? That is brilliant. So, outcome if you follow this advice, take your bow, Leo, is to emerge from the Five of Pentacles. Being on the outside looking in. Well, that's interesting. Where do you want to be on the outside looking in? Emerge. Oh, I want to say, I feel like you're, okay, because of this, I feel like the mask also that you're hiding behind here is some sort of past success. Because this is the epitome of success. And the Five of Pentacles is really not feeling success. Not feeling success. But it's emerging from that. So this feels like, yeah, you're showing up in a past success here. You could have had the perfect family situation. Or you could have had, again, I want to say what looked like to others. What looked like to others. Either a past family situation or work situation or scenario. And really, it was a big success here. A lot of other people would have said, like, you've made it. You've made it. You can't, if I could achieve what Leo did, I wouldn't want any more. Like, that would be amazing to be able to reach that. But I feel like you're trying to get, that's not your success anymore. Emerging from some point of being out. The Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles and the Death card and the Two of Cups and the Magician. Well, I'll tell you right now, you're manifesting a nice energy. But you're resistant. Look at this. Because I feel like this is almost like wanting to be on the outside looking in. Kind of in some way knowing that just because you have the Ten of Pentacles doesn't mean you have the Ten of Cups. Just because you've reached what looks like some sort of financial or physical achievement here doesn't mean that you've met any emotional fulfillments. It all looks good on the outside with these two cards. But this, I mean, honestly, just feels like putting yourself on the outside, or you have. I kind of feel like you have, because somebody who's looking after, doing self-care, embracing themselves, swathing. It just feels like somebody who is like pulled in, right? In the Four of Pentacles, pulled in. And you have two cards about rising up. So I feel like you've pulled away from some sort of past success in your life. And you are more on the outside looking in. Even if you've had a bunch of family over and there's been a lot of, actually, it just feels like when it's all over, it's like a deep exhale, a big exhale, and then just to look after yourself and to recover from that. And it feels like it's not even so much. I mean, if you've ever done, I've done some big family gatherings, and just the prep work and getting it all ready is tiring. But then it's funny because if there's people coming over that you know you have to kind of be on the edge of your seat, tippy-toe around, don't divulge everything about your life because you know they're looking for something to use. I don't know. Or they'll just tell everyone. It's just that is so exhausting as opposed to you know, preparing a huge dinner, the physical aspect and the planning of that, and like getting it off, and everyone, it's like, and then even hearing things and saying, I really don't want to hear that. I don't want to know. Like, it's not wanting to be that anymore, you know, like not wanting to feel like you have to shut a part of yourself off to connect. Oh yeah, so the Four of Pentacles, there seems to be like clinging to that, clinging to the swaddling and the embracing and looking after yourself. I want to also say, now if you've been doing some work here, right, because you've got search, curiosity, the devil. This is how you're utilizing your energy and managing your time in your life is kind of coming out in relationships here. So I want to say that you're kind of in a way, there's a deeper part of you that's curious about, can I identify a devil? How quick can I do it? Like, give yourself that. Allow yourself to do that. Don't necessarily go out and just expect it, but just be completely open to what you're receiving in terms of information, interacting with people, and what that's telling you. Because I think you've learned a lot here. So the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, you might be clinging on to some sort of new beginning, or I don't know. I want to say, yeah, you could be. Because then the Death card comes in. So there's some sort of new beginning here, but wanting to hold on to it. Because in some way it stabilizes you, or it's been used as a stabilizer. Right? Because then the Death card comes in, but so there's an ending to that, but you're hanging on. And the Two of Cups and the Magician, like you're manifesting beautiful, beautiful relationship or beautiful, beautiful relationships in your life. We haven't even gone to the teeny tiny. Wow, there's so much detail that's come out already. Okay, who you really are. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, right? And there's the Four of Pentacles hanging on. Oh yeah, all right then. We talked about that. Okay, the mask you're hiding behind is flourishing, prospering, the Ten of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles and the King of Wands. It feels like you're kind of the only one juggling here. And I don't mean like juggling people or relationships. So I mean, maybe. But it feels like you're the one with most of the responsibility to keep things in balance. I also want to say, I think people think you have a lot of options. And I think people think you have a lot of options because you're attractive. I don't know. There's something about you. Even if you're thinking, I'm not that attractive, Cindy. No, there's something about, there's like that energy, that Leo energy. It's like a beacon of warmth, of sunlight. Even when you don't think it's turned on, it's on. Why you hide your true self? Fearless justice. Fearless justice, that's interesting. Four of Cups, the Star, and the King of Cups. Why you hide your true self here? You don't want to be missing out anymore. And it almost feels like there's some sort of knowledge about missing out, that you've missed out on some nice emotional experiences because of being focused on ones that are probably less than worthy of your focus. So that seems to be a part of what you're healing here. How this affects your relationship. Searching for the devil. I think you've probably found the devil a couple times. The Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Oh, you are. You're searching through the devil. All of the unknowns and cutting out anything that I want to say, like, this is a very, she just has quite a look of discernment. You know, it says curiosity, but I really get from her facial expression more like discerning, being like critical thinking and observation of the devil. I really honestly don't see you going into many new relationships right now. And I really feel like you're just looking, you're cutting out a lot of anything that you find. Or you're unearthing things within relationships you already you've been in for a while, and making decisions about that, like cutting them out. Wanting to cut out any confusion or manipulation. Advice for you: avenge your life. Take a bow. Take a bow, Leo. The Hermit. Two of Wands. You got a dream here. You honestly have a dream. It's deep inside you. You're protecting it. Yeah. So I feel like it's about taking action towards your dream. The Hermit would definitely describe like what I'm seeing here with Embrace and the Four of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, though, is trying to strike up a balance, physical balance in your life. I want to say too, the dreams that you have here, there's also, like if you're saying, Cindy, I don't know what my dreams are yet. That's legit too, because there's something about like looking into this. Advice for you. Is to look into what would fulfill you right now. And don't really let that deviate. Don't let any outside source deviate those choices for you and those decisions, or cause you to deviate from them. And with the Queen of Wands here, like, you could really actually have quite a unique and unusual path forward. A very creative one. The outcome, if you follow the advice, is rising up. Five of Pentacles, the Moon. And the Three of Swords. Jesus, that would be a good area to rise out of. Holy crap. Fear, the unknown, a broken heart, hurt, defeat, illusions. Y'all had an interesting holiday. My goodness. Okay, what is this? This is like Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, almost like clinging on to something that you've got here. The Five of Pentacles, whatever you're clinging on to is keeping you out. Some sort of new change in your life. And at the time of this change, it probably felt uncomfortable, but it's now become a comfort. Like, yeah, it's now become a comfort. But it's what keeps you kind of on the outside looking in. And then when you're on the outside looking in, you can't actually see what's there for you. And then, okay, the Death card is obvious. It's the end of that. And then you have a rebirth and you go into the Two of Cups and the Magician. So the Two of Cups, the Empress, that is absolutely beautiful, Leo, and the Magician. How are you manifesting this? It takes work. The Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups. There's that emotional fulfillment. That's what you're manifesting. But you have to not allow yourself to be too comfortable in, I guess it is a period of healing here, because you're limiting your options. And with the Death card, I am going to clarify it, because I feel like almost like a tower. Like if you don't allow yourself to move forward, the universe will do it for you. How is the Death card? The Nine of Cups, the Chariot. Wow. Oh, I don't know how that'll come out, but definitely you'll be given a choice here to follow your dreams or perhaps not. So it'll be up to you. Judgment, there you go. That's, yeah, it's like almost like your choice, your decision. Rise up, Leo, take a bow. That's what it really feels like though here. But there's a lot, right? Like there's a lot to get to that. So I'm going to go do the extended, Leo. In the extended, I'm going to look at how to improve your relationships, what your deeper self would tell you about the masks that you wear. That's going to be an interesting one. And how to release your true potential. Thank you so much, Pussycat Nation. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.